The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Missed a word for Ticket Blitz Thursday. We'll have it again at the end of sports.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Pretty huge news brewing around Chicagoland about the Cubs this morning, where Shohei Ohtani, the biggest free agent out there, is expected to have a good chance to come to your Chicago Cubs. Instead of the Cubs giving a massive deal to Cody Bellinger, now his salary comes off the books this year at $17.5 million. Bellinger's, Jason Hayward's finally comes off the books.
That's insane.
I can't believe it.
God.
At $21 million. That was the largest free agent contract, if I'm correct, in the history of Chicago sports, not just the Cubs. I believe the Jason Hayward deal was that.
Money well spent.
Well, listen, they got a World Series out of it, and he was the one that made the speech during the rain in Game 7, so it was worth all that money to get the curse done and over if his speech inspired everybody to come out in that game and win.
Do you remember, was the speech during that contract, or they signed him to a contract after the speech?
It was during that contract.
Okay.
I think. I'm not sure if he may have gotten paid after the World Series. I'm trying to recall. That's 7 years ago now at this point.
Ooh,
but
long time since the title for those Cubs.
But either way, I'd still pay that deal for 7 years of I think it was $70-some million because of that speech in the weight room at the Indian Stadium to get the World Series taken care of and done. I would do that as a Cubs fan. Would you do that as a White Sox fan? Would you pay, not your money, $170 million to guarantee the World Series to a guy that's going to play really bad for that whole time?
I'd hit you with my car if it guaranteed the White Sox win a World Series. I'd do just about anything.
Let's not get carried away. So this news is brewing all morning long that Shohei Ohtani tonight will probably be announced the American League Most Valuable Player. And he is people use the word generational talent too often. That's what he is. He's ridiculous. He will be the most popular player.
Show me Ohtani. You know what I'm saying? Hello. I am ready, Freddy.
Well, that deal would be, I'm guessing, north of $400 million if they bring him in.
Yeah.
It would be. So this would be absolutely the biggest contract in Chicago sports history. It would be totally worth it. I'm on board. Let's do it. You got the manager. It's not our money. It doesn't matter. Bring him in, and it will be incredible.
So just to be clear, the news that we're talking about, there was an ESPN report that came out this morning saying that Cubs are way more likely to sign Ohtani than sign Bellinger to a long-term deal. I just want to make sure that's clear.
Correct, and that's what everybody wants is a Bellinger get a long-term deal, of course, before this. Certainly takes precedent and absolutely would be a game changer. What they've already done by having the richest contract in manager history by bringing in the Brewers manager. Now you're bringing in the best player in baseball, the most exciting player in baseball to be on the north side, and Kenzie's season tickets will certainly be worth more.
I'm so happy. I am so relieved. Every year I buy those, I want to vomit everywhere. I'm like, why are we doing this? And I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I'll probably be able to sell them.
Did you guys upgrade your seats? I know that was something you and your husband were talking about doing.
It was not something we were talking about doing. We went up exact same price, but we went from row 5 to row 4 because it opened in front of us. So we did that. But he was like, oh my God, look at these seats. And I'm like, what? And he goes, it's 3 rows up in the Cubs dugout. It's like, you don't even understand the price difference. I'm like, I can't.
Do you
We're not doing it.
Listen, you want to tell us the price difference there?
It was $4,000 more per seat.
Woo!
And you guys have 4 seats?
You have 4.
We have 4.
Ooh,
now
Lord.
listen, before you're like, well, you're spending all this money on tickets. We sell all of them. We set our season
you
tickets
keep a couple.
once.
How many do you go of your season tickets? You go like 6 times?
No, we go to a lot of games, but we sell our games and then buy cheaper tickets or try to get them for free or do it is unbelievable how often we're not in our season tickets. We have people who will be like, oh, I want to buy 5 games from you. They get to sit in our seats more than we do.
That's weird. I've never owned season tickets to a team, and that seems like so much work to sell them all.
Oh, yeah. I always each year I ask my husband because I'm like, this is like he loves being a season ticket holder. It makes him feel so warm and fuzzy inside. And I go, you have to be on it. Like, I am so crabby. Like, he's not allowed to be like, oh, I forgot to sell this game. Like, it is a full-time
Your whole
ticket
cost
salesman.
ratio goes down.
I'm like,
Everything's
you better
off.
get on the side of the street and flip a sign, bitch. Sell those tickets.
Yeah, you forget one game, you're screwed on how much you spent overall.
That's what I'm saying. We don't play around. We did not miss out on a single game last year.
Jeez.
I don't do that.
I would have so much anxiety. I wouldn't be able to function.
You had Tegan and Sarah tickets, and it just about ruined you trying to sell those.
One pair.
Yeah.
One pair, $50
It was
each.
for a show at the bottom lounge. Like,
Yeah.
settle down, Brian. It's okay.
And I got to tell you, the rush I got from selling those at StubHub and almost only
For
making
less
back
than
the
you
money.
paid.
to be
You
clear,
lost
you
money.
lost money.
I lost money. I lost about $30, but the rush of getting rid of them and not losing $100 was orgasmic.
Oh my God.
I can't imagine trying to get rid of 82 games of tickets.
Yep.
Yeah, like imagine selling Cubs Cardinals tickets for like 4th of July weekend if Ohtani's on the Cubs.
Oh.
Think about the markup there.
Yeah, you better. This happens, man. Your tickets are going to be worth so much because they're also really good seats.
We're also like, I will say we just try for the most part. We don't even upsell like on popular games. So when it was like 4th of July weekend, those were going for a lot. We just sold normal. And like people will message us. We're like, oh yeah, Venmo us. So you don't have to do all the like fees. Like they're on, you know, like StubHub and Vivid and like all that crap. Like they're on there so people can shop for them. But if people just message us, it's like, oh, if you want to buy them without, if you want to spend that extra money getting nicer seats instead of paying for like all the fees.
Yeah.
Like we do that. So we don't make a lot. I told my husband, I go, please, if they go to the playoffs, can we actually make some money on these tickets? Like, could we have a kickback of some sort?
Oh,
But
God.
Can you give Brian and I some tickets? We've never really been offered.
yeah, because they cost me money.
Here's the thing.
They weren't free for me.
Yeah, but like,
I'm gonna let you avoid all the hassles, all that stuff you're talking about.
Spend $500 something so you guys can go like hang out.
we'd have such a good time.
Oh my God,
The value of entertainment would just be through the roof.
I'll buy you some bleacher tickets after I sell my season ones.
Hey, I'll take those if they're free.
I'll buy you $10 bleacher tickets. It's fine.
They're not $10 anymore. That's the problem. They used
Some
to be
of them
so
are.
cheap. They used to be so cheap. We used to sit there and wait at Cubs games.
You have to clean when you get there. I'm gonna find you a great deal.
I said, Brian, here's a broom.
I'll sweep up the peanuts and beer cans. Just get me in that. God, we used to sit there and wait till the first inning started and then just buy a ticket from somebody out front for $5, $10.
I know.
Go drink at Sluggers and wait till the third inning and then buy a ticket. People are like, just take these tickets. Those days are gone. It's sad. It's very sad.
I mean, you could just wait on your phone and buy it for cheaper when it
no,
starts. They're not that
because
gone.
if I remember, StubHub.
You could actually just stay at Sluggers instead of looking for somebody. Or
You
at Oak
can't-
Crow when we film our baseball TV show.
Boy, nice plug.
Thank you. Go to Oak Crow instead.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, reminding you as we get close now, thinking now we're actually a week from Thanksgiving. And God bless the gravy, our food drive for the Greater Chicago Food Depository is up and still running. And I love it when I come in the morning and see the contributors and how it's gone up now to almost 18,000 meals.
Wow.
You guys have raised. It's you guys doing it. We're just asking. And we, this station, what we try to do at Q101 all year long is give you free experiences. We talked about the Black Keys stuff we're doing tomorrow at 8 in the morning. The tickets to Q101's Twisted Christmas, which also an incredible deal to get those bands at the Aragon, which you would normally not see. Black Keys will play the United Center. We got them at the Aragon, okay?
Yeah.
You won't see that. And also, the record hang, let them DJ for you and have a great time.
That's cool. That's a very intimate experience. It's really cool.
You can't get that. So that's why we do these things. And then hopefully you can just in a small way pay back and help basically your neighbors, people you know, and people you don't know when you want to give something a very easy way. It's God Bless the Gravy. You go to Q101.com, the top page, hit the button, and donate whatever you can. If it's $5, that helps. Why does $5 help, Kenzie?
Okay, so here's the deal. A lot of times you think $5 when you donate it, you probably think, well, that's small. It's not tons of money. In today's world, I wish it was.
Sure.
Right, but in today's world, we're like, that's like almost a gallon of gas, practically. It just doesn't feel like it goes far. But the Greater Food Depository has still found a way to make your dollars go very, very far. So every single dollar is 3 meals. So $5 is 15 meals. It makes a huge difference. Now, I know we all get blown up a lot to donate this time of year, and that can get overwhelming. And sometimes it can get frustrating because people don't realize that you're like, you know what, I gave a lot. I gave this, and you feel judged. So I totally understand that. But if you're in the process of like, you want to give, you're deciding what you want to give to, because I completely understand that you can't donate to absolutely everything. You can't. There's a million things out there to help. So I'm very, we understand that. But while you're making the decision of what means a lot to you and what you want to donate to, in this instance, you get to know exactly what your dollar does, literally to a T. And it doesn't have to be a lot for it to be a lot, which is really cool.
That's a great way to say it. You make an impact with every dollar. $5 makes an impact.
And I really love that because it just, it does stress me out. Sometimes I've given $30 to whatever organization, and I'm like, I don't know if that helped one kid. I don't know if it helped a bunch. I don't know if it only helped half of what they need. I don't know, right? So this is great. You can walk around knowing I gave 15 meals. I gave 100 meals. I gave whatever amount you can. If you can only give $1, if you're like, you know what? I'm a rounder up person. This is what I got. I'm on a tight budget this year. Boom. That's 3 meals to people.
3 meals people are going to eat. And the best thing about the Greater Chicago Food Depository, that was really well said. And that it's not just Chicago. It is 800 banks around anywhere you can hear Q101. Yes, you can listen to us on the app and your smart speaker. But just going by the radio, the actual car over-the-air signal, we reach about 100 miles in every direction. That helps everybody in that area in Indiana all the way through. So when you donate, that helps. People like, a couple of anonymous donations, which I'm always impressed by because I could never do that. I have to put my name on it.
I know.
It's just the way I am. I'm broken. It's a bad thing. But $52 anonymously was donated just recently. Also $10.50. Dana donated. Ileana donated $25. Dakota donated. All these people giving money to help out.
Dakota is a huge listener. She donated. She also goes on and kind of checks, and she saw that her cousin donated too. So that's really cool.
Well, you can check the list there. The comment section is actually quite fascinating there of our donations. Someone anonymously donated $500 a couple nights ago.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to say it. That's wrong. It was Terry. Terry did that, not anonymous. Mm-hmm. But there have been some big anonymous donations as well. You can do whatever you want.
So $500. 1,500 meals.
Think about that.
That's just wild.
Yeah, there's such good people at the Greater Chicago Food Depository. They take care of everybody. And we've been out in the facility helping put together the meals. It's a wild place, and it's humongous. And they need more than ever because of, even though you've heard some reports, maybe the news that inflation's gone down a little bit, you still go to, Jewel when you come out, and I'm not just targeting Jewel, any grocery store, and it's like $100 for 2 bags. You're like, what happened? I just bought a little food. What, $100?
It's crazy. The dollar really doesn't go far anymore. It's just the world that we live in, right? Yep. But it is cool that it can go far in this instance when it comes to helping people.
This is what I'd like. We're trying to get to 30,000 meals. We're at almost 18,000. Mm-hmm. If some business out there wants the best plug ever, tomorrow's show, drop $4,000. I know it's a lot of money. $4,000's a lot of money to ask for. But if there's one great business out there, I mean, you can come on the air. I don't care. We'll bring you in the studio if you drop $4,000.
We can bring you in the studio.
You can come and hang out.
You go to Brian's Thanksgiving dinner.
No, let's not get carried away. No, I mean seriously, because there's some business out there that have some money.
We will promo the hell out of you.
Hell yeah. That's why the businesses.
So you can help people and then get a ton of kind of radio advertisement.
Like there's small businesses.
It's not payola because it's for charity.
We talked about our guy, Adam, who donates every day AC/DC closets. Like small businesses have given hundreds of dollars, even close to 1,000 at this point. How about some big business in Chicago? Like I'm looking at my friends, my great friends, Portillo's. They have $4,000 laying on to donate. I know they do. Yeah. I know it. I've spent $4,000 at Portillo's in the last couple of years. Come on now. I'm not just targeting them. Think of what's a big business, Kenzie, you can think of? Like a big local Chicago business.
Big local business?
It doesn't have to be local. It could be like the Amazon people. Come on now.
Is it DoorDash local?
I think it is.
DoorDash is the local one, right? Yeah. Of the food delivery?
Yeah. Case, do you know that?
I can't think of the TV place that you like. What they always got the trucks.
Apt Electronics.
Apt, there you go. I want to say Amp.
Oh, Apt is good. That's a fun place.
That's the most amazing place on earth. If I had to be trapped somewhere in a zombie apocalypse, it would be an Apt.
Not with your family?
No, you don't want that.
I might get my family with me in there.
You do not want to be trapped. That's a very big building. The zombies could be in a lot of little corners. You got to go to small room.
I can see Kenzie's thought about this.
You have to go with the small room.
But they have the home theater room in there. I would just shut the glass doors on that. They're pretty big. I just sit in there and watch movies while the world crumbles.
Yeah, but you open the door, you got to watch your back. It's too big of a building for a zombie apocalypse.
But they have cookies in there.
Bad call.
They give out free chocolate chip cookies in there.
That's a great place. Bad zombie apocalypse call. I got to be honest.
Listen, I'm just meant. What other big Chicago businesses?
Oh, somebody said local dealerships. Think of all the local car dealerships.
I mean, we need $4 more grand to hit the goal we targeted. And even though we got 18,000 meals, we wanted 30,000. We need about $4,000. You do that. And all our regular advertisers are beer people.
Wiener Circle.
I don't know if they have $4,000 laying around.
They're doing phenomenal. They just have the other Kelsey there.
I know. And like, you know, God, there's so many places.
Lou Malnati's.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yep.
The Malnati family.
Yep. Just so many chances just to drop some money and get plugs and love forever from our listeners and us, Brian and Kenzie and Q101. I just say,
Walgreens is local. I didn't know that.
yeah.
I didn't know it was a local one.
Walgreens.
Oh, Grubhub's the local one.
Yeah.
Well, DoorDash, would we also accept your donation? Either or.
Groupon's here too.
Groupon, come
Groupon's
on.
based here.
They'd be like, well, they would probably try to get a deal out of it. Like if we give you 200 though. Can you just call it this?
Yeah. All I'm saying is I know we're just sitting here asking for money, but it's the way to get the final push here because individuals, you guys are killing it by donating, but just one big donation would be great from some big ass Chicago corporation.
Big ass Caputo's. I love. Where's a Caputo, huh?
You know, we just talked about the
It's
Cubs.
a great grocery store.
How about the Cubs?
The Cubs.
How about the White Sox?
What's poppin', Ricketts?
I don't feel like the Ricketts family donates to charity.
Why would you say that?
I'm
That's
just
great.
kidding.
Oh, come
I'm just
on.
kidding.
Of course.
You don't think they donate to charity?
That's ridiculous, Case. Take that back.
Stupid thing to say.
I'm sorry.
Take it
You're
back.
so bitter. You're just mad because we're going to get Shohei Ohtani and the White Sox
No,
can't
I'd
even
like
keep
to
a
see him play.
broadcaster.
I'm not mad, actually. I'd love to see him play on the north side.
Even though you're a White Sox fan, you'd come to the games up the
Yeah,
north
gladly.
side.
I'd love to see that.
All
What
right.
is Mariano's? That's local,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Mariano's, yep.
I don't think that's anywhere else.
We're calling everybody out. And you know what? If just each of those
They're all
people.
just getting free shout outs. They haven't donated anything.
Well, you know what? They don't have to do $4,000. They can
This
do
is a
it.
bad business plan.
I didn't say I was good at this. Okay.
Oh, my God.
If they all
Why
do-
buy the cow when you're getting the milk for free? Dang it.
That phrase always sounds sexual to me for some reason.
Well, it usually is. It's usually about not marrying a woman because you're already porking her.
Well, now they're not going to donate because he said porking in this break.
Dang it.
No, listen, everybody, all those businesses, they can just do $500 each, and then we'll get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
$500 each or $1,000 each instead of the $4,000.
If
Please
they
do
could
it.
combine forces.
Yeah, combine together.
If all the large rich people could combine forces right now who
Yeah.
are listening to us.
Go to Q101.com, God bless the gravy, hit the button at the top, and donate whatever you can. We appreciate you. We're having fun here today, but it's going to really help people massively. So please do it. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Lauren's here. What's going on, Lauren?
Hi.
Hey, what's happening?
Guys.
What do you got coming up on the show? You got Ticket Blitz Thursday, of course, going to
I
continue.
do AJR tickets, and I've got a premiere of a first listen of a brand new Twisted Christmas Band Bleachers song, second off the new album just announced, coming at 10:30 on our YouTube channel.
Fun.
So the premiere of a new song,
Yes.
10:30.
10:30, the Q101 YouTube channel. You can jump on right now and watch the premiere countdown.
I
for
got to
this brand new
say,
song.
when we get these bands on Twisted, and sometimes it's a band, there's so many bands, you get into so many vibes. Bleachers is a band, because they've been put on Twisted, it's back in my life now again.
Yeah, I know.
All of a sudden, everything, I'm like, I am so into that show and cannot wait for that. And even though, you always like them, but just getting these different modes for a while. And Bleachers is a band that came back into my life now because of Twisted.
It's just so beautiful.
I am a beautiful man.
Oh,
I didn't
jeez.
say that.
No one said that.
No one said that, really? That's too bad. Listen, we have takeaways here on the show, of course, at this point, but all of them were the same one. It's what Kenzie said about an hour ago when we were talking about Grand Theft Auto, and I can't remember what I said. I think I just really want to play it really bad. And
Kill hookers or something.
Okay, so what happened? No. Is that what he said? No. The takeaway, like Frank just texted in, Brian is willing to abandon his family so he can pimp slap fake strippers on GTA.
Wait,
That is worth
what
it
did I
to
say?
him.
Oh, fake slap. Pimp slap.
no, it's
I think
real.
he said murder.
Not murder.
No, it's the real slapping of fake hookers.
That's what's important. He wants to slap fake ones.
It's a big
and he doesn't want to see
distinction.
his wife or daughter ever again. So we can do this.
Now, to get the whole full context, go to the podcast. That's not true.
Can I squeeze in one more quick takeaway?
Sure, go ahead.
Brian has a back vagina. True story, unfortunately.
The thing is,
And
these
he doesn't eat pie. These are all about you.
Let's keep going. Sit there, keep going.
Sorry.
The real context for these conversations is at the podcast at Q101.com and anywhere you get your podcast. That's the Morning Crew podcast. Anything else on there?
Let's see if there's anything else mean about you. Most of about you slapping strippers.
Fake ones.
Fake one. That's
It's all in
important.
a fake virtual world in Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah,
It's coming
over
out.
your family. Oh, you need to get a BBL because you have no ass. That's the last one about you.
Well, that's the only truthful one in all that.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.